What's up, guys? Welcome to Omar Illustrated. So this channel is mainly for me, Omar, to talk to you guys about sports injuries and health and how you guys can better yourselves too. And just if you want to be more informed about like sports injuries. So I'm Omar. I'm a doctor, healthcare professional, and I mainly work in sports and family medicine. And I definitely want to talk about Lonzo Ball today. So if you guys see the value in it, please subscribe and yeah, put some comments down as well. So let's talk about Lonzo. So Lonzo has been dealing with this left knee injury since January of 2021, and he had a surgery of that left knee injury. Now, there was a little bit of confusion about whether or not he had a bone bruise and a meniscus injury or just a meniscus injury. So let's go ahead and say, for argument's sake, he had a bone bruise. So he had surgery in that left knee to clean up the bone bruise of January 21. And he shouldn't have been back of like April or March or April of last year, but he never came back. And then, like during the summer, we saw that he wasn't really exercising, running, playing ball at all. And at the end of the summer, he gave an interview saying that he has problems walking up and down the stairs without pain. He has a low range of motion and stuff like that. So, going from there, what this video is kind of like, we have some more information about Lonzo. So I was waiting till we had some more information to make this video. But to be honest, I've been kind of lazy too, so that's on me. But yeah, let's talk about it. So, this is a skeleton of a knee. And what I have here is I have the connective tissue and I have the nervous system showing here. So, there's two main nerves here that run down, at least from the back from this point. So, if there is an issue with either of these nerves, he would know it for sure. This issue would have been addressed a long time ago. These are noticeable. There's going to be weird things that happen with your foot and your leg if these nerves are injured. So more than likely, I think what happened here was that there was a bone bruise at the bottom. This is the tibia bone. So the top of it's called the tibia plateau. So he probably hit his knee right here on the inside, caused some injury to that meniscus. Also damaged the saphenous vein nerve here. So this is called the saphenous nerve, and there's some branches of it that can run to the anterior of the nerve to get some of the touch and feel and pain receptors here, because that's important. So I think this nerve was probably crushed. Inflammation was compressing it, causing pain when he walked up and down the stairs. That's my guess, 100% guess. That's not medical advice. This channel is mostly for guesses and entertainment, guys. So just keep it 100 with you guys. Like, I don't really know. He's not my patient. So, yeah, let's just get into it here. So, this is Zoe. This is LeVar and his wife. LeVar looks like a baller. So Lonzo is running on the treadmill. Looks good, but look at, he had his arms. Okay, he picked up his arms, but to get goading, he definitely was trying to lift some of the weight off of that leg. He's not putting everything. Look at, even his run looks a little weird here. He's kind of dragging that the right leg. Actually, he's dragging the right leg, so he doesn't want to move it over with the hip. There's a balance. I can see a balance issue here as a doctor, and then but he's this is showing me that he doesn't have pain like that, because if you're doing this on the left leg and you have pain, you're going to be crying at the end of it. And look how wide his legs are. Does that look weird to you? Look at that. Look how wide his legs are. So this is definitely something where, like, I'm seeing that there's an issue that he can definitely correct. This looks like a balance issue, like a muscle imbalance issue. From my eyes, like his adductors, which are in the what bring his knee together, they might be a little bit weak. He might have some weak hips. It maybe even some low mobility in the ankle on both legs, just from just sitting out. So let's keep going. So he's exploding, but look at, did you see when he dunked here? His legs are still wide. See, so that's showing me that he has a balance problem in his pelvis. I might be overlooking it. That might just be how he dunks, but I don't think so. So on this video here,
matters. It just kind of still
just day by day. I'm trying to remain positive and just keep getting better. You know, even it's an inch better every day. You know, just try not to move backwards.
So he's saying it's an inch better every day, which means that like his range of motion's getting better and his pain is getting better. So he's getting better on both issues here, which I mean may seem simple, but it's huge, man. This guy hasn't played ball in a year because of pain and range of motion. He's saying we could see he has less pain, and he definitely has less. I mean, he's saying we could take his word for it. He has more range of motion. So, but I want to show this video because look at he's like using his arms. Like this is like anybody who play ball like this is the type of shooting you do when you don't want to. You have a lower body injury. You know, like you're using your arms to catapult this ball instead of like bending and exploding and using that. Even if it's a free throw, you're still gonna bend the knees. You know, like. So check this out. He walking over the bar. I'm about to lift this shit. They're recording too. I can see that motherfucker recording, you know. And he's like terrible. I mean, I guess good for him. I don't know how to really grade this exercise. But look, he turned around. He's happy. He's happy. Look at this. He's smiling. He's like, "Yo, it's on," which is dope. Which is seriously dope for him. And you know, like. He gave this interview in Paris, and he's like, "Let me see if we could go through it a little
something,
bit."
You know, getting back on the court a little bit, starting to run.
He's smiling, you know. You can see that. He's pretty happy about it.
And some hitching in there, but it's just the process of getting everything started.
In your mind, do you have? I mean, obviously, you have your medical team, and you have opinions of even your own opinion being the most important. Do you have kind of a, if this continues? Maybe by this date, or at least start doing this by this date. I mean, do you have things kind of in your mind?
I have really no timetable. It's going day by day. I'm trying to just do more every week, pretty much loading up the workload. Like I said, I'm finally moving around again.
So
he
that's
is.
Nice. I mean, you're not going to be loading up the workload unless you're thinking about you're going to play this season.
Yeah, I would love to play. You know, I would never count that out. It's a long year.
Casey's
I feel like we're hitting our stride right now. So, you know, hopefully I can keep getting better. The team keep getting better, and we can meet up.
Kind of following up on what Joe asked, would there be a time where you would run out of runway to come back? Like if there's,
I mean, naturally, yeah. Obviously, everything's on a time schedule.
This season.
But
I don't know if he's going to be at the impact, but he's going to play.
Hey, Lonzo, you say there's some hitching and discomfort at times, but obviously there's other times you're able to do a little bit more. When do you think you might be able to get to on-court sprinting and or cutting?
I'm not sure. Like I said, that was my first time running in pretty much a year. So
that was a week ago.
For me, it was positive to be able to get on the treadmill and do something. Even though it's not my normal
just
gait.
Started.
Obviously, I got to work through that. There's going to be pain there just because of the surgeries and getting back into moving things.
But this pain isn't the
like I said, I'm
same
just trying
pain
to stay positive and keep moving forward.
This
is
like
where are you at on the mental?
Pain.
You know, because this has got to be just so hard for a guy.
Mental. Casey Johnson asking the tough hitting questions. So, guys, Lonzo, he's saying he doesn't have a timetable. I think this is kind of how I see it. You know, like right now we're in the middle of January. It's going to take about 6 weeks to build up that balance. You know, those wide legs. So that wide leg stance, to get rid of it, get your balance back, to bring your legs together, that's going to take about 6 weeks of PT, physical therapy. And then you're looking at another month of weight training to get his muscles strong enough where he can play ball. And then another like 2-3 weeks of like just getting on the court and like playing fives. So we're looking like, man, to be honest, end of April. From my last video, my prediction was like he'll be back in December, and at that time, people were saying he was done for the season. So like, I feel like I'm kind of ahead of the curve. But you know, Lonzo's a good dude. He seemed like a strong cat. I think like April he'll come back, and he'll let it. We don't know what's gonna happen. You know, this guy hasn't played in more than a year, so it's like one of those things like you can't really go off of other stuff. You know, Lonzo's Lonzo, and he's injury prone for sure. But he's also a hard worker, and he seems focused, and he got a kid, so you know, like he wants to show his kid he ain't no bum, you know, like that's like that internal motivation. That's huge, especially you got a chronic injury that's painful. Like you need a reason to fight, and I think he does. So, yeah. Hey guys, appreciate you listening to this video. If you're this far in the video, you probably don't have a life, or you're like me, like you're really intense into this shit. So. Appreciate it. Can you guys subscribe? You know, I'm trying to build with subscribers. The way it works here is that like time is money. So like if you guys could allow me to monetize this stuff, you'll get more of my time, you know. So, and I want to give you more of my time. I want to give you all my time. So, all right, guys, take care. Hope you're doing well. Lonzo, get better.